Warriors, okay. Points?
130.
How many did you get in there?
10.
Yes. They are exactly the same points.
And they're exactly the same stat.
The difference is you could take them in units of 5. Now
You have to take
10.
10.
What's the max you can have?
20. 13 points a model.
Yeah. Stats?
4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 1, 10, 4.
Yeah. And they're still the same, they're still good, still a viable option. And Gorse now, 6s automatically glance a vehicle, and 6s will automatically wound a monstrous creature. High toughness monsters and stuff like that. Next, Immortals.
Immortals!
What have you got for the Immortals?
85 points
For 5?
for 5.
It's exactly the same.
They can only take another 5.
Mm-hmm.
They are 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 1, 10, 3.
Yeah. Gorse Blaster.
Yeah.
Then you can do Tesla if you want. Tesla has changed. You cannot.
Could you take them in a...
Night Scythe.
Yeah.
When you do Tesla to hit, on a roll of a 6, you get 2 additional hits on top of the 1 you already did. Now, that doesn't happen in Overwatch. It still happens in normal shooting, but it doesn't happen in Overwatch. That's the slight change to Tesla.
Lich Guard.
Lich Guard within the elites. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt my soul. How many points is a unit of 5 Lich Guard?
125.
How much?
125.
It used to be 200 points. I'm guessing Games Workshop wanted to sell Lich Guard.
So they are weapon skill, ballistic skill 4,
Mhm.
strength toughness 5, wounds 1, initiative 2, attacks 2, leadership 10, and there's 3 elements.
Yeah. War size?
Yeah. May include 5 for 25 points a model.
40 points a model.
The entire unit may exchange their war size for hyperface swords, 5 points per model, with their dispersion shields.
So
Right.
those two together are 5 points, yeah? Or is that 5 points each?
Hyperface swords and dispersion shields are 5 points.
Okay, that's exactly the same as before then.
And may take a night size.
Same again. I would say again, put them in Oberon's unit, or
Especially now they're only 125 points.
just put them in a. What is the justification? 200 points. They were like Terminators. 200 points seemed fine. That is such a significant price. Right? That's a similar price to some jump infantry normal guys. Okay.
Death marks.
Div marks
90 points.
4, 5, 95 points. They're good as well. What are their special rules now? Is their stats?
Hunters from the stats are exactly the same.
Stats are exactly the same.
Hunters from hyperspace. During the player turn in which this unit arrives from deep strike reserve, all shooting attacks made by the death marks in this unit wound on a 2+, regardless of the victor's toughness. So that's
Pretty much the same.
it's not.
What?
You had to select a target.
Okay, what is it now? I wasn't really listening to you.
You-
I was thinking about something else.
You could shoot at anything and have it.
That's what?
During the player turn, in which the unit arrives from deep strike reserve, all shooting attacks made by the death marks in this unit will wound on a to wound roll of a 2+, regardless of the toughness.
So they have a 2 up to wound special rule. And a
Only when
sniper
they
rule.
arrive from deep strike.
Oh, only when they arrive from deep strike.
Only when they arrive.
So they arrive and then they have it.
Yes. Eternal interception. If this unit is in deep strike reserve, immediately after an enemy unit arrives from deep strike reserve, this unit may choose to immediately arrive using the deep strike rules.
Mm-hmm.
If this unit does not enter play in this manner, make reserve rolls for it as normal in subsequent turns. At the end of that enemy movement phase, any friendly death marks that have arrived on the board in this manner during that turn may fire its weapons at an enemy unit that arrived from reserves at that phase. Any death marks unit that does so cannot fire its weapons in the following turn. Okay, so I bring something in, you bring in death marks. They can then fire their weapons using hunters from hyperspace and then not fire the next turn. So I bring in something, you bring in something else, fire at the same thing that I've just brought in and kill it off.
So that would be good against like Space Marine Stern Guard drop pod stuff.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It is a kind of a kamikaze rule, but for 90 points...
obviously, previously you'd select a target and you'd shoot them down.
Yeah.
And then you'd just turn around and shoot. But yeah, I think they're okay. They're alright. That's not
They were good
too overpowered because it's harnessed it in.
It's a good choice. What's next?
Because it's only to wound rolls.
Yeah.
You still have to hit.
Yeah.
Flayed ones.
No one likes flayed ones anymore.
They are 65 points.
Exactly the same.
They are 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 10, 4.
Correct.
Yes.
Deep strike, infiltrate, reanimation protocols.
Fear.
Doesn't really matter.
No.
A lot of the time. Okay.
They're too slow. Is why people don't like them. Triac Praetorians.
Don't do this to me again, Ian.
140.
They were 200 points.
Weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength and toughness 5, wounds 1, initiative 2, attacks 2, 10 and 3. They don't really have any special rules apart from they're fearless.
Yeah. And reanimation protocol.
Yeah. They have the Rod of Covenant.
Have a quick look at what the Rod of Covenant does now at the back for me. Like the range and stuff.
Right.
What range is it?
Oh, you didn't tell me to tell you. You just said have a quick look.
Yeah.
I had a quick look.
Do you remember what it
It was
was?
12.
It used to be 6. Strength 5,
5,
82.
2, assault 1.
So the Rod of Covenant is now a 12-inch shooting attack rather than a 6-inch shooting attack, and they've gone down in points. And they are jump infantry in this.
Jump infantry.
So you have jump. How many points are they for additional ones?
28 per.
A 28-point jump with a 12-inch strength 5 AP2 weapon, which is going to be good against
anything.
Absolutely anything. That is infantry to monstrous creatures to light vehicles. They are a very viable option now. They were okay, maybe a 50-50 option before. Now they are indeed extremely viable, especially with the points reduction. They're essentially awesome, I would say. Right, who else we got then?
Triac Stalker.
Yep.
125
I
points.
don't agree with that statement. It's 150 points in the old one.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think it was correctly priced in the old one then?
I think everything was around the right price in the old one. I don't agree with points drops.
Bearing in mind you had to upgrade it as well.
I don't care, I don't like Necrons. Do you have quantum shielding?
Yeah.
Then yes, it was good points. You have armor 13.
Okay.
Around
so
similar price to a Dreadnought, strength 7. What have you got?
weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength 7, front, side, rear 11, initiative 2, attacks 3, hit hull points 3. Quantum shielding, heat ray, living metal, moves through cover, target and relay, all friendly non-vehicle units within 6 inches of the Triax Stalker add 1 to their ballistic skill. Less than their flank snapshots.
It's alright. Not bad. Now the big changes.
Satan Shard of the Nightbringer.
So in the Codex before this one, the Necrons were enslaved essentially by the Satans, who were these star gods that would feed off stars, and some of them would love to mess around. The Deceiver would like to mess around with the star gods. The Nightbringer would enjoy slaughtering everything. In this one, the fluff kind of was the Necrons went back against their masters and now have shards of the Setans where they can, like, essentially, I see it as like a Pokeball, and they throw it out at the beginning. It's like, Satan, I choose you, and it comes up. That's how they control it. So now they've got them broken up again into their different types. So, Satan, Nightbringer, how many points?
240.
Used to be 185, just a generic Satan, but you then have to upgrade it. What are the stats?
Weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 4, strength 7, toughness 7, wounds 4, initiative 4, attacks 4, leadership 10, 4, and save. Monsters, creature, character, unique.
Okay, it's probably going to be easy if I just say this one Satan stat line here, because there's a few in yours. The old Satan was weapon skill, ballistic skill 5, strength, toughness 7, 4 wounds, initiative 4, attack 4, leadership 10, save of 4 up.
So that's the same as the Deceiver in this one.
Okay, so it's the same as Deceiver, but that one has a better weapon skill.
But a worse ballistic skill.
What are the special rules there?
So he's Eternal Warrior, Fearless and Fleshbane. Powers of the Satan are their war gear. Immune to natural law. When moving, this model can move over all other models and terrain as if it were open ground, and automatically passes dangerous terrain tests. However, it cannot end its move on top of other models, and can only end its move on top of impassable terrain if it is possible to actually place the model on top of it. Necrodermis. This model has a 4+ invulnerable save. Is ever reduced to 0 wounds before removing the model as a casualty. Each nearby unit, friend or foe, suffers a strength 4 AP1 hit for each model that is within 6 inches of this. Alright.
In the most recent mini wargaming, something versus something, deathmatch kind of thing, it was Dreadnoughts against Satan, and having the 4-up save is not good. It's 50-50 chance of losing wounds, and it's only got 4 wounds, and it's going to be moving slowly. There's a lot of points to pump into a monstrous creature that has a 4-up armor save.
Gaze of Death. In its shooting phase, in addition to using powers of the Satan, this model can target one non-vehicle enemy unit within 12 inches to which it has a line of sight. The unit suffers a number of wounds equal to 3d6 minus its leadership, resolved at AP2. Ignores cover. Special rule. If at least one unsaved wound is inflicted, it doesn't tell you the strength. Oh, it suffers wounds equal to 3d6 minus leadership. And it's AP2. So they're automatic wounds. If at least one unsaved wound is inflicted, the C10 Shard of the Nightbringer immediately regains 1 wound lost earlier in battle.
Okay. It's alright, it's a bit...
It's quite good in close combat, I think.
But it's 240 points for a 4-up. A unit of fire warriors. Like if you just think mass amount of shots, you fail 4 4-ups. That's 50% of the time. That's 8 dice rolls before it's dead.
So the Deceiver, same points, same as the old
C10 shards stats.
Yeah. It's also immune to natural law. It has Eternal Warrior, Fearless, and Hit and Run. So as opposed to Flashbane, it's got Hit and Run.
Fair enough.
It's got Necrodominus, which again gives it the 4+ vulnerable. It's got Dread. Models in enemy units that are within 12 inches of this model subtract 2 from their leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And Grand Illusion. Immediately after all forces are deployed and all scout redeployments have been made, you may remove this model and or up to 3 other friendly units within 12 inches of it from the table. Each unit that has been removed in this manner can either be immediately deployed again using the normal deployment rules or placed in reserve. Yeah. Not amazing.
No, I'm not hugely impressed with those two.
Knight Scythe.
Into the fast attacks. Slash turns it into a transport when you take it. Knight Scythe. Okay, what was it? What is it even?
130.
Used to be 110.
Okay. Ballistic skill 4, front armor 11.
For 11?
Side armor 11 and rear armor 11.
Yeah.
All points is 3. Invasion beams.
No.
Got Twin Links Telstar Destructor.
Yeah.
Living metal and it's supersonic.
Yeah.
Invasion beams. The unit that begins its movement and embarks upon a Knight Scythe can disembark either before or after it is moved, including pivoting on the spot. Even though it is zooming, as long as it is not moved more than 36 inches. If the unit disembarks from the Knight Scythe after it has moved 24 inches or more, models can only fire snapshots till the end of the turn. Units embarked on a Knight Scythe ignore all effects of damage on passengers. If a Knight Scythe is destroyed, the units embarked upon it suffer no damage or ill effects. Instead, they immediately placed into ongoing reserves. Let's move directly on to Ghost Arc, just because that's how it was before, and it was ridiculous then. It's ridiculous now.
Before though, you had the option to deep strike it, but this was before flyers were made something. So
Ghost Arc.
Don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart. How many points?
105.
How many points?
105.
How many points?
How many points was it?
115. Why it needed a 10 point?
It didn't.
If anything, it needed a 10 point more.
4, 11, 11, 11, 4.
Yeah, but it has quantum shielding.
Yeah. It's a repair barge. At the start of each friendly movement phase, this model can repair fallen Necron warriors. To do so, nominate a friendly unit of Necron warriors that is either within 6 inches or embarked upon the Ghost Arc. Roll a d3, add the number of Necron warriors to the unit equal to the result. This cannot take the unit beyond its starting size, nor, if it is currently embarked in the Ghost Arc, beyond the vehicle's capacity. These Necron warriors must be placed within 6 inches of the Ghost Arc, or if the unit is currently embarked in the Ghost Arc within it. If a model cannot be placed for any reason, it is destroyed. Necron warriors repaired in this manner can move and act normally this turn. That used to be the same, but on a roll of 1 to start afterwards, you'd lose a whole point. Now there's no ill effect, and it's lost 10 points.
Not Does not compute.
Oh.
What's next, Ian?
Next is Canoptic Wraiths.
I mean, we both like these models. Is that with Whipcord? How many points?
Do you want to know?
I'd love to know.
100. 20.
How many per rate?
40.
They've gone up. They were 35 points. You have to take. You could take one though.
Now you have to take 3 minimum. They're fearless, they're rending, very bulky. Wraith form. Canoptic Wraiths have a 3+ invulnerable. Their stat lines, because I forgot to do that. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 6, toughness 5. They've
gone up by 1 in toughness.
Wounds 2, initiative 2, attacks 3, leadership 10, and armor saving 3. Wraith of flight, when moving, Canoptic Wraiths can move over all other models and terrain as if it was over ground. However, they cannot end their move, so pretty much exactly the same as the Black Flag.
I'm quite add a bit of blue there. I think their points cost is well because they've gone up with a toughness, which I think they kind of needed. Okay, what's next?
Scarabs. 60 points for 3 bases.
They were 45 for 3 bases.
Okay. Weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 3, initiative 2, attacks 4, leadership 10, plus of a 6th save.
Save 5 up.
Ooh, so they've worsened their save. And they've won.
Entropic Strike though.
If a model has this special rule or is attacking a melee weapon with this special rule, a to wound roll of a 6 automatically, regardless of the toughness, hits. Against vehicles and buildings, an armor penetration roll of a 6 that does not cause a penetrating hit automatically glances.
Okay.
They've taken out removing of the armor save now.
And removing of armor value, because now it's just an automatic glance on a 6. Doesn't reduce the armor value, does it?
No.
So now instead of a unit of scarabs going up to a land raider and on a 4-up, essentially reducing its armor down to 2 or whatever, you now on a 6 automatically glance, which is okay. I think that is how the rules should be.
Yeah.
And you can keep making more of these with tomb spiders. I think that is how it should be.
That is good. I like what they've done with them.
Other options? Oh,
Maybe
just additional
spaces. So you can only take up 9 bases.
You could take. You could take 10.
It was an odd number.
It is an odd number. 9 is an odd number.
Yeah, so these 2 pages, fine.
Yeah.
Happy with what they've done with these 2
Those
pages.
canoptic things are good. I think the pricing is correct.
Tomb Blades. 54 points for 3.
How many per model?
18.
They are 20 points a model. You could take one of them though.
Okay. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, toughness 5. Wounds 1, initiative 2, attacks 1, leadership 10, armor save 4.
Yep.
They're twin Gorse Blaster, reanimation protocols, and then they get upgrade.
These will turn twin-link Tesla carbines. It's alright, they're the same, if not. Are they a jet bike?
Yeah.
18 point jet bike, that's 1 point more, I think, than a Eldar one.
They've got better toughness.
But less armor save. I think an Eldar jet bike's 3 up. Yeah, I'd say that's the right amount of
That's
points.
Destroyers, 40 points
Yeah,
for 1.
yeah.
Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, toughness 5,
Sure.
wounds 2, initiative 2, 1, 10, 3.
Yeah.
You also have a heavy destroyer, which is exactly the same stat line.
Is that an upgrade?
May upgrade 1 destroyer to a heavy destroyer.
May upgrade up to 3 Necron destroyers to a heavy destroyer, exchanging its Gorth cannon for a heavy Gorth cannon for 20 points.
That's 10 points, but you can only do 1, unit.
But that means you could
You could have 1 and then upgrade it, so it's 50 points for a heavy destroyer.
and just have one 50, another 50 point model, another 50 point model in cover, because what is the unit type?
Jetpack.
Jetpack again. Keep them in behind a building, move, shoot, jump back. If you want to be tricky. Moving on to the heavy support.
So you could have a fast attack heavy destroyer, and then heavy destroyer.
Yeah, looks like it. They're 50 points. Exactly the same
Exactly
thing.
the same.
Preferred enemy, reanimation protocol.
So you could have effectively 6 heavy destroyers.
Yeah. If you wanted.
Nah, I don't.
Or more, because you can have a unit of them. They're alright. Canoptic spiders anyway.
50 points.
Correct.
Weapon skill 3,
Mm-hmm.
ballistic skill 3.
Mm-hmm. There's a whistle.
Strength 6, toughness 6, wounds 3, initiative 2, attacks 2, leadership 10, 3 plus armor save.
Yeah.
Fearless,
Mm-hmm.
they don't seem to have any weapons.
No.
But they can upgrade. Scarab Hive, once per friendly movement phase, each Canoptic spider can use a special rule to create the scarabs. To do so, nominate a friendly unit of scarabs within 6 inches of the spider. Add a single scarab base to the unit. This can take the unit beyond its starting size, but must be placed within 6 inches of the spider. If a model cannot be placed for any reason, it is destroyed. Scarabs created in this manner can move and act normally. Roll a d6 each time a connected spider uses this rule. Immediately after placing any scarabs where it's created, on a roll of a 1, the spider suffers a single wound with no saves of any kind allowed. Good.
It's fine. Same as
Doom Scythe!
how many?
60 and 100.
160 points. It used to be 175.
So 4, 11, 11, 11, 3.
Okay, can you just have a quick look at the death ray at the back and tell us what it is, please? Because I think this changed.
The Death Ray. Range of 24 inches.
This is a 12-inch range.
Strength 10.
Yeah.
AP 1.
Yeah.
Heavy 1.
Yeah.
Blast.
Nope.
Lance.
Okay. So now it's a lance and a blast. So now the death ray,
Nice.
instead of being like a beam weapon, it's now a which is fine.
Do that again?
Strength 10 AP 1 lance is amazing. Okay.
Necrons. 160 points for that. Thoughts?
Doesn't have quantum shielding though, but it is front side and rear armor 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, this well priced for flyers.
So Monolith.
200 points. Same old, same
4.
old.
14, 14, 14, 4.
Yeah, same old, same old.
Yeah, nothing's really changed there. Annihilation Barge.
Mmm.
120 points.
Used to be 90.
They've seen the error of their ways. Same stat line though.
Yeah.
Gauss Cannon, Twin Link Telsa Destructor, and Quantum Shielding. It's got living metal.
Thing is, they've made that a little bit more expensive, and you're going to be like, right, I'm not going to take that.
I'm going to take an Annihilation Barge.
No, that isn't an Annihilation Barge.
Catacomb Command Barge.
Yeah, take Catacomb
5
Command
extra points.
Or
15 extra points.
Or get that Leech Guard unit, or that.
Yeah.
Okay. Doomsday Ark.
170.
It's gone down by 5.
It's 4, 11, 11, 4. Doomsday Cannon, 2 Gauss Flare Arrays, and Quantum Shielding.
Yeah.
Doomsday Cannon. What is the stats for Doomsday Cannon?
You had a stationary and a combat speed one.
So now it's just got low power and high power.
Stationary was 72-inch range,
High power is 72 inch,
strength 9,
strength 10,
AP 1,
AP 1.
heavy large blast.
Primary weapon 1, large blast, divert power.
Brilliant. Combat speed was 24-inch,
24 inch,
strength 7,
strength 8,
AP 4,
AP 3,
heavy 1 blast.
heavy 1 blast.
So it's got better with its shooting. Brilliant. So, okay. Now we've got in the
Transcendent.
This is also a heavy support, the Transcendent Satan. 250 points.
Weapon skill, ballistic skill 5, so the same as the
Yeah.
old. This isn't the same as the old. Strength 8,
Wow.
toughness 7, so it's the same.
One more
5
wound.
wounds, initiative 4, attacks 4. So
Mm.
then it's the same as the other two: immune to natural law and necrodermis. The only other thing is Deep Strike, Eternal Warrior, and Fearless. Writhing Worldscape. All enemy units open ground within 6 inches of the Transcendent C10 difficult terrain.
And what we forgot to say was they have powers of the Satan which are randomly generated like shooting attacks. So it could be a blast that's strength 6, or it could be, I think one of them's a D weapon. So for 250 points is a little... It's... maybe. It's still a maybe for me.